All right. What's up, guys? Darren, you were first. This guy's a god. What's up, guys? What's up, goat? Who's the goat? See, does Maxroll tell me which boss this is? Next boss is a Shava. That's exactly who I don't need, right? 22 hours. I have 22 hours to kill Avarice and Wandering Death. Are we going to get an Avarice and a Wandering Death? Rax, I love your streams. I love you. Do you think we'll have server issues tomorrow? I doubt it. Blizzard has historically been very good about that for Diablo 4. I doubt it. Yes. All right. Guys, look what I'm drinking. This is a very, very, very rare thing. Look at this. Mike's Hard Black Cherry Lemonade. These were left over from when my friends were here, so time to get wasted. Actually, no, it's going to do absolutely nothing to me. It just tastes like cherry candy. All right, let me look at my leveling sheet here and see if it needs to be updated at all. All right. Hmm. No, it's not, Tara. It comes in tomorrow. World tier to skip the campaign. I don't know if this is true anymore because they give you so many Cindy's now. Maybe I switch it to 20. This is not that clear. Let's say just outside of it. I'm actually surprised how many things I wrote down here. This is pretty comprehensive, actually. The event shouldn't have moved to our knowledge, yeah. I don't think you need to wait to 48. Let's go 45. I didn't label these properly. God, this thing sucks. My content is good, but my formatting is bad. Uh, That's how your personality is awesome, but your looks are meh. It's what's on the inside that counts, Floyd. Wicker, Mr. Danny, the real Barbos dictate. Thank you so much for the subs, guys. People keep saying that they think the servers are going to be garbage. That historically has not happened for Diablo 4. It really hasn't happened. I don't think that's going to happen. There's another thing that we need to see. There's another hint that we need to have here. Okay. Need to hide this. This is useless. We don't need this either. I can make this much prettier. Hold on. I can make this way better. Hold on. $71.94. Okay. Okay, let's redo this. There we go. Give me 1 second to fix this, guys. God damn it. Okay. And then I can use math here. Math could be, let's see. Let's go with blind burrows and higher for 25% above the median. So this would be you pick a okay. Okay, and then A would be maybe 23 to 15 a Khan's grasp. Maybe 14 to 0 is Whispering Vault. And here, maybe we go with minus 13 to Old Stones. No. Maybe we can expand S and A a bit. S and A are looking a little skimpy. And I go S to 20, so what do we go? 19 to 5, so Shivta. I don't know, that's quite a bit. Maybe I go to Yashari. Let's go like this. Like that. Okay, that should be pretty good. S, A, B, C, salvage. That looks pretty good. All right, now we can copy it. Wow, how beautiful is that? Wow. It's so beautiful. What's the song name? You can always exclamation song in my chat. It's The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance. Exclamation sheet epic looted. Oh wait, it doesn't work on YouTube. Yeah, I'll spam it. I'll spam it right now. If you guys want the link to this sheet, I'm gonna spam it right now for everybody. If you want to save it. I always update it every season. You don't need a new link. So whenever you see these, you should run them over anything. If you get a Scirocco, Light's Watch, Serret's Lair, Blind Burrows, Champions, Alderwood, Comdor, Sanguine Chapel, any of them. Any S's or A's are way better than everything else. I just did it by math. I have the math here. So anything that's 20% better than average, I put it in S. So this one's only 19. Gul'ran Canals is godly, though. I'm very sad that this isn't in S tier, if I'm being honest. Maybe I should put it in S because there's such a huge drop-off here, and this Nightmare Dungeon is a dream to run, actually. So I'm just going to cheat and put this one in S tier. I don't mind cheating. There's nothing wrong with cheating, guys. Actually, maybe I go... To make your gameplay much more enjoyable, thank you for all the guides. You're welcome, man. Mike, what's up, dude? Sorry if I missed a million messages, guys. Sorry, I was tunnel visioning the... You could do that, Boiler. You could do that. The reason why... So that is a good measurement. Here's the reason why... In my list, here's the reason why I still go for this. To you and me, you and I are going to level to 100 probably on Friday in one day easily. I still think the standard couch dad with 17 jobs and 30 wives is still going to take multiple days, if not a week, to level to 100. For them, I think they'd rather get to 100 than have level 21 glyphs. For you and me, we'd probably care way more about, like, for example, the best Nightmare Dungeon for me is Goa. This one. You don't know why? You can run straight to the boss. There's no objectives. You walk in. I even know the whole layout. You go down and left, up, or down and left, up and right, up and left, up is the boss. I have the whole thing memorized. Don't have to do anything. So Goa is actually the best. But my list is going to get you to 100 faster. Next time I do it, I'll make sure that I put both. Yeah, here's the thing, guys. When you're doing the leveling, you might say, wait, maybe I can get more XP in Helltide? Maybe you can, but you have to do Nightmare Dungeons anyway. You have to do them. If you don't do the Nightmare Dungeons, your glyphs won't be leveled in the pit, and you're just going to get shit on. You have to level in Nightmare Dungeons. redact this song? Are you trying to get me to get rid of the Aladdin song on the playlist? Excuse me, sir? I'm sorry. It's okay, Trunks. You want to know the song that I've been asked to remove the most in my playlist over the years? Which obviously it's never going to get removed, but this is the one. It's this one. Banana Phone's up there, but I think this one is at even more requests. Did you know that VH1 did a top 100 greatest one-hit wonders of all time, and this got first place? This got first place ever. Number 2, I think, was Tainted Love by Soft Cell, and number 3 was Who Let the Dogs Out. This is the Macarena. The music doesn't play on YouTube. I can't play it on YouTube. They'll demonetize me. It only plays on Twitch. Twitch was complaining about Aladdin, so now they have to listen to the Macarena. That's the punishment. I will fly you to Mars if you stop this music. I would like to go to Mars, but the Macarena will continue playing. One more of those, and we're going to play it on repeat. Dictate, Abruption, Breddy, Misho, Captain Boggy, Manipupater, Truffle, Gunde. Did I say it right? Thank you so much for the subs, guys. Well, class, am I going to play first? Necro. But I'll probably make them all. It's going to take me like 5 minutes to make a 100. If I don't die, I'll probably die. Guys, so many people in hardcore are going to die, man. On the PTR in my practice runs, not a single character lived. I couldn't keep any of my characters alive because the Helltide ambushers, when they ambush you and you have dog shit gear, I don't have a Scroll of Escape and I don't have a cheat death potion. They killed me every time. I think I survived like one time to them, and then the second time I summoned them, they killed me. They're very, very brutal and vicious. Will there be a guide for leveling this season? Whoosh! Exclamation sheet. There you go, buddy. I already made it. It's right here. And another thing, I did 2 things. I redid the leveling guide to be exactly for season 4, step by step, exactly what you should do. And then the other thing I did is it was like 27 steps, and like every step was way more text. So then I went through, after I rewrote the leveling guide, I went through and I cut out about 30% of the words because None of us like to read and none of us can read. So this is the entire guide. From here, and then scroll down a little bit. It'll tell you everything that you need to know. So if you can stomach reading 1 1/3 pages of text, you can know literally everything that I know about leveling. Will you read it to us, Rax? That reminds me of my thumbnail on my life journey thing. Let's do we don't need this anymore. We can hide it. Just welcome. Here's the leveling guide, and here's the Nightmare Dungeon tier list. All right. Is the music too loud? This is the level I normally have it at. You tell me if that level is good or bad. I think that's the level I normally have it at. That's better. Okay. It's super loud. Yeah. YouTube's getting overwhelmed by the music that isn't playing. Let's see here. So let's see. What are most let me do a poll here. Can you guys tell me what you guys are playing tomorrow? So I have a pretty good idea of what's going on here, but we can look at some builds that might help you guys. Like maybe I can talk through whatever you guys are going to play. What are you playing on D4 Season 4 start? I'm going to do a poll here. Let's see. Necro, Barb, Sorcerer, Druid, Rogue. If you guys vote here, that will help me help determine what we should look at here. So here comes the poll. Go ahead and vote in that if you care to vote. Let's see. Wow. Okay. This is the exact same distribution as my tier list, except Sorcerer is a little bit ahead of Barb. Holy cow. Okay. Okay. Sorcerers rise up. What's up, Nick? For every one rogue, there's going to be 6.5 necros. Okay. All right. Well, let's look at what we have here. So, well, I wonder why everyone's playing Necros. Maybe it's because the Necros are at the top of every single tier list. They're the best at leveling. They're the best at going to be one of the best at speed farming. They're the best in the end game and in the pit, and they're the best boss killer. So, okay. So, this is probably the guy that most people are going to be looking at here. So, if the interesting thing, if you look at these skills, like a lot of people don't know this. If you're going to follow the Maxroll guide, which is what I was playing yesterday, you don't have a way to attack. You cannot attack with this build. And you also don't have a blood mist. You literally just walk around. So that doesn't mean that the build isn't active. Rob's build is better. Let's see. Rob Necro Minion build. Let's see. I haven't looked at this. So Rob has an attack, Blight. He dropped the Golem. So this is going to be very different because... Well, wait, hold on. Wait a minute. This one also takes the Golem. Okay, let me look here. Interesting. He drops the Golem and he drops the Bone Prison. The Bone Prison can summon Blight, though. He's doing Blight, I'm sure, for the Blight power. Yeah, he doesn't even level it. He's just applying the Blight power. But Bone Prison can apply that power as well. Because couldn't Bone Prison apply Blight? He has a version with Golem, too. Go pee already. You're bouncing. I always bounce. I always shake my leg. People say, you're nervous, Rax. You have to pee. No, I'm not nervous. I don't have to pee. I'm good. It wastes an aspect. So let's see. His mage build is the pit rusher. Well, guys, let's go to paint here. If I go to paint, so we have pit level 1, and then we got 50, 100, 150, 200. So from here, you're getting abattoir 25, and you don't have the glyph. You don't have the glyph, and they've fixed a lot of the bugged bullshit builds. So your damage is probably going to be lower than what on the abattoir as well, unless someone finds an exploit. So what I'm saying is this level of the pit should be, in theory, super hard. Super difficult. So what does that tell me? What that tells me is because of greater affixes, yeah, but a bugged build versus greater affixes in the game, I think the bug build still wins. You have tempering and you have masterworking and you have greater affixes, but Hoda just hit for 20 billion damage. Ball Lightning just hit for 20 billion damage, right? I don't know. We'll see. Either way, I'm pretty sure this level of the pit is going to be super hard. So what that means is for mortals, somewhere right here, you're already going to hit probably a brick wall in your damage. Okay, and if that's true, what that means is like every little monster that you fight is essentially going to turn into a boss very early on. So I don't know if I believe in this term of pit rusher. I mean, you do a couple of levels and the skeletons in the thing turn into like bosses at a certain point. Not including the actual boss itself. So almost at a certain point, it's going to turn into your best like boss build, unless your boss build like only works like once every minute because of its cooldowns. That might be like the build you have to use to even progress in the pit. Is pit that hard? It is after they changed it. Yeah, they changed it. It's going to be real hard. Yeah, Narav is right. It's going to be like D3, where you find the right level of the pit and you just speed farm it, whatever it is. Maybe it's pit level 30, and you can just crush it every time, and you just do that. You're sticking to Crypt's build. Yeah, I haven't looked at any of these builds, really. Well, the Blood Necro, I think, can get up to insane levels of HP as well. Crips is similar to Rob's. Let's see. Criparian Necro or Diablo 4 Necro build. Let me see. Looks like Crip is going Golem again. Or no, that's season 3. Let me see. I see the boss killer build. So am I correct in saying all that Crip has is the boss killer build? He doesn't have like a farming build? I wonder, does this have like some kind of transitive property where it passes it to your golem? You summon the shadow mages, which make you deal increased damage, but 100% of your stats are sent to your golem. So then does your golem deal more damage? Crip assumes that works. Yeah. I wonder if Macro probably tested it. And now Woody made one? Jesus Christ. Yeah, the 240% damage, if that legendary power applies to you and then it applies to your minions. Oh. Okay, this is interesting. Woody is going. He dropped Blood Mist. He dropped the generator. He put Blight on his bar. Okay, so it looks like a lot of people are not believing in the Bone Prison at all. And he's going with more uniques. He's going with Blood Moon. Why would we use these? Is it for the DR to stay alive? Is this a hardcore setup or something? I guess it's a hardcore setup. They take 70% increased overpower damage from you. When are you doing overpower damage? You open up a skill on the skill bar because you don't need decrep and you play this on hardcore. Yeah, it has to be the DR, right? You can take off decrep. Mm. So does Blight mean that the minions get 40% multiplicative damage? Or is it 20? Did anybody test this? Is it 20 or is it 40? Okay, so many people are gifting subs. Let me thank them. Nemesis Rayuf. Okay, we had a chat last time about how to say your name, but I already forgot. Fruff? Thank you, my dude. Insomniac Monkey. Neela gifted 10 subs. This guy, man. Jordan, Bubba, Max Madamus, Linatak, Quiet Storm, Merlin King, Stay Bay, Surtic, J Flora, F Brooks, Skull, Alvara. Thank you so much for all the subs, guys. Yeah, it's probably going to be 20, but I'm always asking myself, do any of these mechanics work differently how we think it is? Dat Mods is here. Yeah, the revamped AI is still bad. I talked to Adam Jackson about that. He said that there's more room to make the minions way smarter. By the way, Mr. Mods, congrats on your Millennia kill. Were you having fun getting your ass kicked by her? Mod streamed for 15 and a half hours yesterday to kill Millennia. What a grinder. She is the hardest boss in the game. You know, Elden Ring is good. Yeah, that game. I think for me, I think either Elden Ring or Breath of the Wild / Tears of the Kingdom were the best games I've seen since World of Warcraft, probably. You still have some hard fights coming up, though, mods. At least fights that absolutely bludgeon me. Mog is super hard, and Beast Clergy, man. Jesus Christ, man. They almost killed me as many times as Millennia killed me. I don't know why, but not. Oh yeah, when he screams the. There were all the other bosses around them that people said were really hard. They got really mad at me. I just one shot them easily. People were not pleased that happened. People were not. Here's how it works with Elden Ring. As a streamer, you always lose. So if you go fight a really hard boss and you have a bad weapon and you're underleveled, then chat will scream, "You're not supposed to be here. You're underleveled. You're wasting your time. Go explore. Your weapon sucks." Okay. Then if you go level up, explore everything, get a really good weapon, then you kill the boss, then they say, "You're overleveled. You have a godly weapon. Of course you won. All you did was use the weapon special. Oh, you have 80 dex. Of course you killed it." It's like, I want to give you guys constructive feedback. You're fucking morons. Take that what you will. Like, there's just no winning, man. I start queuing up Millennia. Chat is spamming 100 deaths, 200 deaths, 500 deaths incoming. Killed her on pull 28. Of course Rax killed her on pull 28. He had a blasphemous blade. And, oh, Millennia used all of her easy moves. Of course he killed her in 28 attempts. These are like the Elmer's glue sniffers who summoned a level 10 mimic and still took 100 tries to kill her. I think Mods was fighting Millennia like right about where you should be. He had a really good weapon, really pretty high level, but I mean it was a good fight. It was a good battle. I enjoyed it. Looks like everyone's going minions. Yes, sir. You didn't fully understand my skill until I saw me destroying bosses in V Rising. V Rising is very fair combat. The moves are telegraphed and they hit you for I don't know like 90 like I was fighting like bosses 10 plus levels above me and I don't know I had the shitty copper, not even the copper, before the copper, like the starter axe. It's just dog shit, but it's a very fair fight. They show you exactly when they're going to attack and where it's telegraphed, and you got to move out of it instantly and find a window to hit them. And so I actually don't think I died at all. I don't think I died one time to any of the bosses because it was a fair fight. No, I only played the amount you saw me play on stream. I killed the first boss that I killed. There's like a boss ladder. There's like a 15, 320s, like a couple 25s and a 30 or something. The first boss I killed was the 30. That was the first guy that I found. Yeah, I fought two of them. Yeah, two of them were fighting each other. The 30 was fighting the 15. And so then I did the dumb thing. I went and I hit them, and then they both started attacking me. But they were, the 15 at least was badly hurt. I killed him right away, and then I just killed the 30. If people are around you during an event, does it count as SSF? I mean, well, first of all, there's no SSF in the game, so there's no way to enforce it. Everyone's going to be leveling in Helltide, so no. If people are around you doing the event, there's nothing you can do about that. It's still SSF. I mean, big hug from Brazil. Hell yeah, man. Thank you. Love your soccer team. And your women. Do I think it's going to be a good season? Well, I mean, I guess this is a bold prediction, right? But I would guess that this is going to be probably the best season of Diablo forever, probably by a lot. 6 threats? Wait. Oh, 6 threats? I couldn't see it because of my mic. They keep trying to get me to delete my midget porn, but I'm not getting rid of it. Stumpy's Revenge 16. I'm watching that tonight. It's going to be really good. The plot is incredible. That's a low blow. I see what you did there. Hmm. So this Necro is going to finish with 39,000 life. This Necro is going to finish with what? Let's see. $48,000 life. My girlfriend is a little person, so is mine. Sarah is literally an Oompa Loompa. I take offense to that remark. Go ahead and be offended. I apologize for nothing. Seek help. Seek help. Merlin, Stebe, okay, we already thanked all them. Doesn't hurt to thank people again. Greg, GS Rolla, Kedavan, Razor's Edge, thanks for the subs. If you guys get offended by stuff like that, you guys need help. I know it's very in fashion to be offended by everything, but that won't fly here. Sorry. Seek help. People are quite sensitive. Exactly. We gotta snap them out of it. We'll start here. I am so sick of everyone getting offended by everything. Stop being offended by anything. Who gives a shit? It's like we're in first grade, man. Rax is offended by offended people. Exactly. Sorry. I'm offended Necro is S tier. How do I feel about the free sets being given on the season journey? Well, here's the thing. And I don't mean this negatively. I mean this just realistically. Diablo 4 is not a game made for me. What I am looking for in a video game, that is not the direction of Diablo 4's development, nor will it ever be. So if I answered that question literally, I would say I don't like it. If I answer that question for what Diablo 4 is supposed to be, it might be a good change. Games like Elden Ring, games like Path of Exile do a great job of giving you barriers, a healthy amount of barriers every couple of hours that you play to overcome that are actually challenging. You're going to have to overcome them with either skill or gear or strategy or crafting or something. You got to figure out something to get by them. I enjoy a healthy amount of those barriers. To me, that's fun, the problem solving part of it. In general, Diablo 4 is much more of like a have fun kind of social game. They just want you to get in there and kill some minions and get powerful and have fun. The development tracks toward that goal, and that's a nice change for that to happen. Am I saying that I won't enjoy Season 4? I will enjoy Season 4. It's going to be fun. I still really like Diablo, but Diablo 4 is definitely the more casual, beginner-friendly game. I think it might even be more beginner-friendly than Diablo 3, and it's close. What made me play Diablo 3 for so long then? Well, again, I really like the Diablo games. Diablo 3 is actually challenging in the highest levels of Diablo 3. If I give you guys a guide, if I give you guys the Whirlwind Barbarian guide in Diablo 3, I will teach you every mechanic. I'll show you exactly how to gear. I will tell you exactly what map you're looking for, exactly what mob type you're looking for. I will explain to you how the Ren mechanics work to do maximum damage. And you guys try for a month to get your highest clear. If I go in and try it, I'll probably clear at least 10 levels higher than you. And that's 1.17 to the 10th power higher in difficulty. 17% harder per tier to the 10th power, which is a million times harder than the highest level you cleared. And the reason why is it's difficult. It's way harder than people think it is at the highest levels to get the right map, get the right mobs, move them correctly, spawn the pylons correctly, group, and then DPS correctly on the right COE cycles in the Oculus rings, move the pack forward, bring the area damage on the elites. When you hit 30%, spawn the first pylon, use the pylon to spawn the next pylon, get a power pylon for the boss, potentially nem the pylon for the ads to get the area damage after you've stacked the stricken stacks on the boss to get the kill. It's way harder than people think it is. That's why I enjoyed it. In Diablo 3, I spent one day making the character and 99 days in a row trying to get this insane, crazy, super high level clear that took me 1,000 GR keys to clear it. That doesn't sound fun at all, right? A lot of people wouldn't find that fun, which is why Diablo 3 kind of died. But that's what enticed me to play. They're both very good, Valkyrin. Both top tier. Do these guides have hardcore variants? They do? Where? They have notes? Hardcore adjustments. If Diablo 4 gave out free tacos for life to the highest clear, would that entice me? Yes, that would entice me. I would be more motivated than ever to kick everybody's ass. Cruz, Scorior, thank you so much for the subs, guys. Hey, sir, my family said I could get dinner tonight. If I can get you to take off your jacket, please, sir, I'm hungry. I'm sorry, my friend, you're just going to have to starve. Let me know when the funeral is, though. I'll attend in my hoodie. How to use the Prime sub? I can't find it. I'm going to be honest. I don't really know. I have a Prime sub that I never use, which is terrible of me. I don't know, man. I think, do you go to sub and then check the Prime button? I don't know. Same way, tell them how to use the Prime sub. Click the sub button, elevate your sub, and then to Prime sub. Click elevate your sub, and then there's a Prime button. Thank you. Mental, thank you for the Prime. Rax is savage. People had to die for him to wear the hoodie. Sacrifices must be made. I don't know what to say, man. We got to keep our priorities straight. God, I love System of a Down. Gazzy and mods are here. There's so many old men in one stream. I wonder who's older, me, Gazzy, or mods. I'm going to guess me. Who's older, me, Gazzy, or mods? Let's do a poll. Let's do a straw poll. Nobody answered. Gazzy, mods, don't tell me. Let's see who's the oldest. I bet you it's me. Let's see. Who's older? Rax? Mods? Mods is 46? No, he isn't. Mods is 58? Bullshit. Who do you think's older? I bet Mods is 26. Okay, Mods and Gazzy, if you feel comfortable sharing, how old are you? If you feel like sharing, don't feel attacked. 30-something. I mean, me too. I'm 30-something. 33. Okay, so Gazzy's out. I'm way older than Gazzy. That was easy. Mods is 30. If Mods is 36, then I win. Is his birthday on his Twitter? Mods said 46. Mods is not 46. There's no way. No, he isn't. The last thing he said was Elden Ring is good. I'm way older than Gazzy, so that was easy. Mods is 35, July 3rd, 1988. I'm the oldest. Is that true? God, I can't trust any of you guys. Let's go to DatMods' Twitter. Born July 2nd. Okay, July 2nd, 88. I'm the oldest. God. Typical Twitch and YouTube chat gaslighting me into not believing my reality. I'm 37. I'm 37. Grandpa Rax. Mods is just way more mature. I don't know what you're talking about. I would never play Elden Ring and spend half of my playthrough screaming at chat and how much I hate them. I would never do something immature like that. Anna is older? You mean Anna Cake Live? No, she isn't. Anna looks like she's like 22. That's another bullshit statement. There's a lot of nonsense in the chat today. 37 is grandpa territory. Is Sarah older than me? No, she's way younger. She can tell you how old she is if she wants to. Woody is not 39. Woody is like 31. Might even be younger than that. He might be 30. Might even be younger. He might even be 29. He's way younger. Yeah, subtract him crazily enough is like 44 or something. You stayed up till 6 a.m. watching mods kill millennia? Yeah, I saw that. It was good. I'm 37. Rax, you're just a young pup? No, it's pretty much all shuffleboard bingo and Price is Right reruns from now on. At age 30 is the first year of your life where you can wake up and one of your limbs is broken from doing nothing. So like you go to sleep, you wake up, it's like, oh, there goes my left leg. I can't walk today. Like all you did was sleep. You run bingo cards for a living? Yeah, you probably see me there every day at the back in my blue hoodie. Wait until you're 50 then. I think, is age 50 the first age where you are actually considered dead, even if you're still alive? Like, you're actually dead. No, it's at 40. It's at the mid 40s. What the fuck, bro? I'm 44. What do you want me to tell you? Enjoy the next 6 years, man. I only have 13 left. I'm 61 and still gaming. This guy's a god. The age at which you're dead drops down to 30 if you're married with kids. Rax, what happened to your renewed sense of positivity? Wait, I'm feeling great. $30 is bad limbs, $40 is half dead, $50 is dead, $60 is resurrected by aliens. The old ladies at bingo would be on me as the young and dreamy one. That's where you go. That's where you really go fishing. You want to do an age poll? God damn it, man. God, I suck at typing. Say. No. Oh shit, I didn't vote. Oh, whatever. Can confirm libs breaking. What's up, Soup Pop? I'm almost half dead. You're 50 and you just had hernia surgery. Hope the surgery went well, man. I've had more health issues after I was 32 than in the first 31 years combined. There's a lot of people talking to us from beyond the grave. We don't even need a Ouija board. We don't even need a Luigi board. Wait, Luigi. The best pickup line is my unbelievable. My dick died. Can I bury it in your ass? Oh, this is Ewan Dobson. We got to turn this up. Ewan Dobson is a god tier guitarist. I like Tommy Emmanuel a lot, but if you're only going to give me one guitarist, I would take Ewan Dobson over Tommy Emmanuel. I'm a big Candy Rat fan. Oh, yes. I have lots of Polyphia songs on this playlist, yes. Lucas Imbiriba? Never heard of him. Tom DeLonge, Blink 182. Sometimes I get Blink 182 songs stuck in my head. Mark Tremonti is the best guitarist. I mean, I like him a lot, but best, I think he's probably pretty far away from best, no matter how you measure best. Yngwie Malmsteen. One of my friends was the video producer for Yngwie Malmsteen's like world tour, and he said that that guy is not a good person. One of my good friends knows Yngwie Malmsteen very well. Yep, never meet your heroes. Mike Dawes is another super god guitarist. .311 from Nebraska. Listen to this one from Ewan Dobson. This is a new song from him. Country style song in C. Listen to how well he plays. I don't even like country music, but I love this song because it's Ewan Dobson. Nuno Betancourt is a god. Super god. Yeah. I need to turn on the AC. Give me 1 second. Prince was probably top 10 ever. Best guitarist. I met Prince's lead touring guitarist in Turks and Caicos, actually. Hmm. Hmm. It gets too hot and humid for the summer for your liking. Do you have a swimming pool you can go swim in? Inner calm, huh? All right. So hold on a second. Okay. So the idea of this setup here is you just need 10 instances of shadow damage. Trying to read exactly how does this work. So every 10 instances of shadow damage, well, every instance of shadow damage triggers Shadow Blight on the final passive. So for 6 seconds after Shadow Blight has damaged enemies 10 times. So after 10 instances of shadow damage, you get 6 seconds of 240% increased damage. Is that right? So you take the power that makes your skellies shoot more shadow bolts. So this 240% damage is always up. Shady, Jimster, Brutal, Ice Lab, Mystico, Walrus, Wolf gifted a sub to Stream Elements. Thank you, Wolf. How far do we have to go into the season journey to get the free builds? We don't know. This website is Diablo 4 builds, but most of the build guides are on Maxroll. I'm just looking at Rob's builds here. Remember who created these builds? A rogue and a barbarian? Right, but I wouldn't underestimate Woody or Rob, though. I wouldn't underestimate them. That's not a good idea. Here's Kriparian's build. Decompose, huh? I guess it doesn't matter. Does he put decompose on his bars? So he's going Shadow Blight. It's interesting. So, oh, this is a boss build. Oh, okay. This is a boss build. Okay, okay. I was gonna say, you're never gonna have vulnerability on anything if you do it from decompose off of rather than corpse tendrils, but it's a boss build. Okay. So that's why minions are going to be pretty good at long fights. $40 multiplicative damage, huh? Yeah, the necro legendary nodes have always been so good. I'm pumped for season 4. Are you guys? I am. So you have to decide if you want to do shadow damage or not. You have to decide if you want to make your main DPS or your mages or your golems. And then you have to understand how you want to apply blight. Which build is best? I was always under the impression that the golem scales better than the mages. Yeah, the mages probably have better coverage as long as their damage gets high enough. Could be a better farmer. I could believe that. I think in the very end game, in the super high levels of the pit and the bosses, I think you're going to have to play golem. I don't think the mages scale the same way, like to the same power level that the golems do. You have to proc. It's simple, guys. You summon all your skellies, and then you probably want the golem, unless your mages are so strong that the golem can do everything by itself. You need to apply Decrepify, and then you need to apply Vulnerable, probably from Corpse Tendrils. You must have Army of the Dead. Then that doesn't leave you many options. You either use Bone Prison to proc Blight, or you just throw Blight. Those are your two choices. Well, Decrepify is incredible for staying alive. And it reduces cooldowns. And it staggers. Yeah, someone asked me earlier if I had Polyphia in this playlist. There we go. You need to apply Blight. You either apply Blight by throwing it or by using Bone Prison. Your choice. If you choose to use Bone Prison, then you're going to lose one of your legendary powers if you're willing to give it up. Then you buff all of your little minion bobs. You take Decrep, and all of these is going to give you extra damage and movement speed and different quality of life things. If you're going like the full Shadow Blight thing, you need to take Shadow Blight and Gloom with Terror. And I think in the end, you're probably going to want to pump Golem Mastery as hard as you possibly can. Okay. Yeah, if you proc it with Bone Prison will give you your source of vulnerable. So then you can get the blood orbs here. You know, Corpse Explosion is actually not as good as you might think it is. when you're doing so many active things with your minions, when you're doing the tendrils, when you're doing the cursing, when you're resummoning them to have the priest, when you're using your golem active, adding corpse explosion as another thing that you have to cast actually feels real bad. I think the minions are going to be strong enough. I actually think corpse explosion is a debate. I don't think you need corpse explosion. You're going to skip Army of the Dead? I mean, Army of the Dead's pretty good. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty required. You can drop it if you want, but it's pretty good. And whenever you get to a boss, you just summon Army of the Dead and they die. Yeah, so there's an aspect here. Remember just where is it? Oh, when Army of the Dead is active, your minions gain 100% increased damage. Your minions do double damage. You see a boss, Army of the Dead, gone. Deleted. You can throw a Bone Spear on here, yeah. Like if you want to play this and you just want to like give up, for example, Blight or something, or give up the ultimate, then you could throw a Bone Spear on there. You think the skill tree is lame? Yeah, I asked, was it me or? I asked this in my interview. I said, you know, people are looking for a better skill tree, bigger skill tree than this. We need more choices. And they said there is room to expand it. They will expand it, but they said it's never going to be like PoE. They said their whole point is they want the game to be accessible. All right. I agree that we shouldn't make it like PoEs. I agree with that, but I also think that this is let me put it this way. So they were explaining that in Diablo 4 there are many ways that they can make a build interesting. One of the pieces is the skill tree. One of the pieces is the Paragon board. One of the pieces is the gear, the masterworking, the tempering, the gems you put inside of it, the elixirs you wear, and that culminates in your build. They asked this to DM and Gazi. Adam Jackson turned it around and asked DM and Gazi, where do you think that all of the cool choices, like most of the cool choices for your build should come into? Which slice of the pie should they inject it into? And I was like trying to hold back me from screaming everywhere. It should be everywhere. You should put it in all of the systems. Because if you have 5 cool choices here for Fireball, if you have 2 to 3 of them in gear, 2 to 3 of them in Paragon, and you go on and on and on, then all of a sudden, now you've made Diablo 4 have 20 different ways, 30 different ways that I can build a Fireball Sorcerer. The difference between these planners that I'm seeing here is minimal. So, for example, I could describe most of these builds in just plain English very simply. So, you summon every minion. The only exception here, summon all minions, and the only exception is sometimes some farm builds drop the golem. But the golem hits the hardest, so eventually you need to pick up the golem anyway. Summon all of your minions. Then you need to apply Blight and Vulnerable somehow. A lot of their different choices just activate it different ways. Apply these two things. Every single build, without exception, has Decrepify. And then the last choice that you make is, do you focus on Shadow Blight or not? Like, it's a very, very basic checklist with almost no decisions. This really isn't a decision. This isn't a decision. This isn't a decision. This is your only decision, and it doesn't matter much. There's no variance here. It's the same thing every time. I can break down 5 or 6 content creators' builds into this little paint. There's nothing to decide, hardly at all. This is the problem. There's tons of options, but why play non-meta? Yeah, like, it's not even that, though. I think even the way that you phrase that question is almost a little bit too nice or forgiving. It's not even that it's non-meta. It's Blight buffs minions. Vulnerable buffs minions. This buffs your minions and keeps you alive. You could call it, yeah, meta. That could be a word for it, but really it's more like really the only thing that makes any sense. Yeah, I guess you're picking non-meta, but I'd just say you're picking bad things if you don't do it. This is why I think you need to give us real choices in multiple, like in the skill tree, in the Paragon, in the gear. If you gave us these choices everywhere, then there might actually be tons of different ways to make these. Like, what I'm not trying to do, guys, I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy. I'm trying to reinforce the point that we brought up in the dev talks, that the skill tree and the options are just too small. When Macro and Woody and Chronix and Crip and Rob all go make Necro builds, and they all are solving the same questions with minimal tools to solve them with, all of their builds come out to be nearly the same thing. When I'm playing PoE, for example, and again, people misunderstand. They say, Ryan, if you want to go play PoE, go play PoE. Diablo 4 doesn't need to make PoE, doesn't need to become PoE. That's not what I'm saying, guys. We can draw an analogy to something else without wanting it to be that. But time for an analogy. When I'm playing hardcore and I'm playing the Bone Zone build on how to play hardcore, there are a lot of people in my chat with 1,000 plus hours in this build, and none of them agree on how I should build it. None of them. People say, I must navigate to the key passive that blocks detonate dead. And the other ones say, you don't need to do that at all. Go here. Some say, go bone zone immediately. It's way better than what you're using. And other people say, never go bone zone early. You'll kill yourself. I mean, just nobody agrees. And that's a good thing. The door might close for a talk. Sub devs don't like it. I can tell you, Blizzard is not a bunch of peanut brains, right? Some of you that are watching the interviews, you guys just watch most of you watch 3 interviews in a row, Adam Jackson, Joe Pypora talking. Did you get the idea that Joe and Adam are stupid people? They're not stupid. They're trying to make a good game, and they're not stupid. So no, the door doesn't close when we start talking about other games. They play tons of other games. I think Joe Pypora and I think Adam Jackson both cleared, for example, every Souls game. They cleared Bloodborne, all 3 Dark Souls, Sekiro, and Elden Ring. Both of them full cleared the whole thing. So they're gamers as well. They're not stupid. Like, I'm not trying to put up my shield and defend Blizzard here, but I bet 95% of the people in chat, if you had to be a developer for Diablo 4 and you swap places with them, you probably would do worse. They've been doing this for a long time and they're very passionate about it. It's not easy to be a game developer. They're passionate about money. Do you think the developers get paid a lot more money if Diablo 4 sells more ponies in the shop? I mean, if you listen to the interviews, Adam Jackson said, my team is responsible for the live class experience. He said the other teams, whatever they're doing, I don't know what they're doing. I'm doing the live class experience. He doesn't even do anything with the shop. But that's my take. In my humble opinion, all of you are not the whole Diablo 4 game. I'm someone that never goes online to sites and stuff. I enjoy the game a lot, and a lot of other people I know don't care about this stuff. They just want to enjoy the game. I think most people, in chat are aware of that. I'm aware that 93%, let's say, I'm going to say 93% of people have never looked up anything online. Not a guide, not a video, not a Reddit thread, not a dev chat, not a patch note. Nothing. I'd say maybe 7% of people look up stuff. That would be my guess. Let me put it to you this way. Okay, if you looked, so if you asked how Diablo 4 launched, Diablo 4, maybe the average rating on the launch, if you took everyone's ranking, might be like a 5 out of 10, let's say. Maybe a 5 or a 6 out of 10, something like that, right? If instead we lived in a different world with no internet, there's no resources at all, you mailed Diablo 4 to 10 million people, and you had them just play the game and play through the end game, and then you sent them a survey and they sent it back, you'd probably get an answer closer to like an 8 out of 10, probably. It would certainly go up. The people that are sitting on their couch that just bought Diablo 4 and started playing with no idea how to play probably figured out how to make a build somehow, because it's not that complicated. That's the whole point of it. They probably really liked the campaign, and they probably didn't get very far in the nightmare dungeons, and they might still be like level 75 on their first character. And they're like, man, some of these nightmare dungeons are pretty tricky. I don't really know what to do. And they think that the game is excellent and has a ton of very difficult content, and they might give it an 8. The 90s gamers where you just, like, for example, let's take an example. Mega Man. The very first Mega Man. If I gave all of you Mega Man, the first one, and I gave you 10 hours, you can beat Mega Man. I think the world record is by Cool Kid. I think he beat the game in like 19 minutes. You can beat Mega Man in 19 minutes. If I gave all of you, let's say 10 hours to beat Mega Man, I don't know how many people are watching. Let's see. There's 2.6 on Twitch and there's 900 on YouTube. 3.5K. I would say maybe 5 of you could beat the game. Maybe 5. So if we cumulatively did a review of Mega Man, maybe 5 out of 3,500 of you could beat it. That's how difficult it is. And if we did a review, if the internet did a review of Mega Man coming out, we'd probably rank it pretty low because it's so difficult. There's so many glitches. Oh, I jumped on the little propellers that drop you down, but I fell through the map and it killed me. And this hitboxes are bugged, or this plunger guy hits you at the wrong frames or whatever. You do a huge analysis from the internet, and they'd probably conclude that the game sucks. But you just go to the store, you just go to Gamers or whatever and buy Mega Man and you play it. You're like, holy shit, this game is really hard, but it's really fun. And you probably give it a way higher ranking. It's the same exact thing. There's maybe 5 of you that have the skill to beat Mega Man with 10 hours of trying, and the only people who would beat it are probably people that already have massive knowledge about Mega Man 1. Battletoads is way harder. Battletoads is very, very hard. I don't find Battletoads harder than Mega Man. Battletoads, Ninja Gaiden, Mega Man 1, you wouldn't beat it either. My friend Kirk and I tried to beat Mega Man the other day. Mega Man 1. We spent about 3 hours on it. We got to the final level, Dr. Willie's level, and we tried it about 5 times and gave up. But we were on the final level. If you give me another 7 hours, I'd probably beat it. I've never played Cuphead. People say Cuphead is really hard. I've never played it. Lion King game with the hyenas in the caves? Oh, yeah. I played Ninja Gaiden super hard. I played Lion King. The hyena level is insane. I played, never played Cuphead. Played the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That game is hard. I don't think it's harder than Mega Man. Super Ghouls and Ghosts is really hard. I love Super Meat Boy. I beat like Super Meat Boy when I played it had like 10,000 like secret levels or whatever. I beat like the main game. Metroid, no, I fry in Metroid. I would obliterate regular Metroid. It's a hard game, but no, I dominate that game. I think Super Metroid is one of the best games ever. I can almost recite to you the entire... I can't tell you how many thousands of hours I've spent watching Zost, Behemoth, Oats and Goats, and Zenny speedrunning it. Yeah, no one's ever beaten Pokemon Snap. That game is insanely hard. After watching Soda Poppin' push to gold in League, you demand that I play it. I got on my 10 game qualifier, I got put in gold and then I quit. Someone asked me to make top 10 games of all time. All right. Top 10 games of all time. The best game ever was Final Fantasy VII. You could put 3 in there, which is Kefka. But that's the best game ever. There's a lot of people in chat that don't know about video games. That's okay. I think Final Fantasy VII is the best game ever. Second best, I'm really thinking about putting Super Metroid as second best. I'm gonna put Super Metroid second. I'm gonna put Zelda, A Link to the Past as the third best game ever. Probably gonna put WoW in fourth. I'm probably gonna put maybe Diablo 2 in fifth. I'm gonna put Pokemon Red and Blue in sixth. Maybe Elden Ring in seventh. Now it's tough. Now there's Super Mario World. Yeah. I probably put Super Mario World. That's a miss. I probably put it in fourth. Yeah. So let's go Super Mario World. Then let's go WoW. Let's put Diablo 2 here. Two spots, huh? I'll tell you what I'm thinking about putting here. I'm thinking about for the last two, I'm thinking about putting Twisted Metal 2 and Heroes of Might and Magic 3 as the last two. Halo 1 is another choice. Chrono Trigger is pretty good. This is only a list of my top 10 favorite. The list means nothing else other than what I think are the 10 best games. Street Fighter 2 was really good. That was the first video game tournament I ever won. Street Fighter 2. First video game I ever won. I really like the Breath of Fire series as well. Chrono Trigger is good. Might deserve to be top 10. Mortal Kombat's not going to be top 10. You could put all the Zeldas in here, Ocarina of Time, Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild. I'm just going to put one. If I'm allowed to throw a million Final Fantasies and Zeldas in here, it's going to fill up the whole list. Donkey Kong 64, Command and Conquer. Ninja Gaiden's not going to be top 10 for me. Path of Exile's not going to be top 10. Star Fox 64 is good. StarCraft is a great game. I'm not much of a StarCraft or Warcraft player. Lost Ark would not be top 10 for me at all. Raid Shadow Legends, yeah. Super Smash Brothers Melee, that's a godly game. Yeah, that's definitely up there. I think for number 9 for me, I think it's going to be Heroes of Might and Magic 3. I'd say that's my 9th favorite game. Out of all these games listed down here, the best game of them is probably Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger probably deserves to be there. I don't know if I would put it there. Used to edit the maps in Heroes of Might and Magic 3 and you just give yourself Armageddon's Blade. Legend of Dragoon, I played it. Minesweeper is good. Dude, if I could put chess there, I would have put chess there. I'm probably going to go... Probably the next best game, I guess, is Chrono Trigger. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 should have been considered as well. Witcher 3 clears 95. I only played Witcher 3 for about 10 minutes and then I just shut it off. I should have probably given it more of a chance. I didn't play it much. GoldenEye 64 and Perfect Dark were godly. Love those games. They were good. I feel pretty good about this list. I feel pretty good. Never really played Minecraft, not really. Crash Bandicoot, that's what everyone kept asking me when I was playing Elden Ring. They said, Rax, do you think you're playing Crash Bandicoot? Because I would try to jump up every single mountain and thing that I possibly could. Paperboy on Nintendo, that's another game that none of you can beat. That game is impossible. Try to deliver those papers, you can't. Cyber Angel Queso King. God, you're the Queso King? God, thanks for making the queso for all of us, man. God, I love queso. Jake, Rich, thanks for the subs, guys. Appreciate you. I just realized that we have accomplished absolutely nothing on this stream. All I've been doing is sitting here talking about food and the Diablo 4 devs and the top 10 games of all time. We have literally accomplished nothing. All I did was turn into Rax's stream and get hungry. Rate the consoles next. I had all the consoles, by the way. I had, well, almost all of them. I had the Nintendo, the regular Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, the Game Boy Color, the Sega CD, Sega Saturn, Dreamcast, PlayStation 1, 2. I don't know if I had a 3 or a 4. I have a PS5. I have a Wii. I had a Socrates. I had an Atari. I had a Neo Geo. I had a Game Gear. Had a Sega Genesis. Amiga, no. Had the Sega Saturn, had the GameCube, yep. Had the Neo Geo, had the Dreamcast. My favorite game for Dreamcast, did you guys ever play Power Stone? God, that game was great. Power Stone with Gunrock. Power Stone was by far the best game for the Dreamcast. It wasn't even close at all. People are like, let's play Crazy Taxi. I'm like, you guys are so stupid. The best game for Dreamcast by far is Power Stone. Now do the top 10 worst games. Oh, God. I don't even know. What are the worst games I've ever played? Top 10 worst? I'm going to try to do this seriously. What are the worst games I've ever played? God, I don't even know. Soul Calibur? Hairdresser Simulator? You want to know what was another godly game I should have considered was Bubble Bobble. I love that game. Path of Exile. I don't even know how to do that. I can't even think of one. I really didn't like the new Final Fantasy VII, yeah. I would say, yeah. Number one is pretty much every sports game ever. Except for the exceptions would be NFL Blitz, NBA Jam, and Wii Sports. Other than those three, every sports game is the worst. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense to me. Sports games don't make any sense to me. I would just, if I wanted to play NBA Jam, I would just go shoot hoops. It doesn't make any sense to me. I want like an escape. I played soccer my whole life. People are like, yeah, all my soccer friends like, you want to play FIFA? No. Guitar Hero, Starfield. E.T. on the Atari, I never played it. Oh, by the way, I want to play something. I don't know how to find it though. I'm probably going to get demonetized on YouTube for this. Okay. I don't even, oh, here it is. Okay, I found it. Okay. Can anyone tell me the name of this song? I don't know what it is. I'm trying to figure it out. And YouTube, you should be able to hear this. Tell me if anybody knows the name of this song. I even used a little app to tell me what, like, to listen to it and tell me what the name is, and it couldn't figure it out. Listen to this for like 20 seconds. Tell me if you know what song this is. Just listen for a second. Yeah, it sounds like Hans Zimmer. Lord, that's exactly what it told me. It's not that. You guys are using the same program. You guys are using the same program that I did. It's not that. It says it's Santa Ana Big Score. I looked everywhere for that song. Yeah. That you guys are using the same app that I used. It's just not right. Keep it going. All right. It's not Santa Ana Big Score audio. That's what everything told me it was. It's not that. I don't have a link to the song. If I had a link to it, I would know what the song is. You mean the video? It's Faded. It's just on a YouTube short. Here, I'll paste it here. I asked them, said, what's the song in the background here? But there's the link to the song. Yeah, I don't know. One of my friends linked me that short, and I was supposed to like gather the message from the short, but actually I was just listening to the song. I'm like, that song is awesome. Fanny J. All right, let's try this one. Really? Is that actually it? All right, let's try this. This might be the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. The beginning did kind of sound like it, kind of. It was just 1,000 times worse. Well, I'm now scarred for life, but thank you. Okay, so wait, this is it. Oh, that's why you can't find it anywhere. All of the stuff that's okay, so I see what's going on here. So it is that song. It is what the thing said. It is Santa Ana by Big Score Audio. But what's happening is a lot of people, this song is like licensed. And so what a lot of people do is they say it's the song and copy it and make it different. So that's why every time you search it, it's wrong. But if you search it where you can buy it, it's actually the right song. It is this song. Okay. All right. Okay. So you guys are right. Thank you. Okay. So people are copying it. People are copying it and saying that it is it and it isn't. Okay, so this isn't available on Spotify then. The whole point was to put it on the playlist. Because Big Score Audio is not an artist on... Big Score Audio is not an artist on Spotify, right? Yeah, that is it. Okay. Well, damn. All right. Mystery solved. Everyone's copying the song saying that it's them, but it isn't them. But the real version of the song that costs money to license is the actual song. I can add it from my PC to my Spotify playlist. Okay, so now the million-dollar question is, do I want to buy it? I would have to pay $29. $29 to add it. Maybe. That's a lot, though. That's 3 Chipotle burritos. I don't know. What's the deal here? Yeah, per track. Per track, $30 per track. I don't know. That's 3 Chipotle burritos. Support the indie artist. Convert it to an NPC, then upload it to Spotify. I could. I probably won't do that, though. Got to measure it to the value of D4. Yeah, these are left over from when my friends came to visit. So I'm drinking a black cherry Mike's Hard Lemonade. Let me tell you, I'm feeling a little woozy. Just kidding. Yeah, the build should be updated. Yeah, I better not get wasted off of one Mike's Hard. Honestly, when I drink these, I don't feel any different. Like, how many of these would you have to drink to even feel anything? Like 100 of them? Eight, 5, 6, 3. Prophetic 34 months. Are you kidding me, man? Thank you, my dude. William Tell, Will Porks, Amri. Buy the song. All right, that's $5 toward the song. All right, now it's only 24. So if I buy it, can I can add it to my Spotify, you guys are saying? There's no need to buy it. You already have it? Where did you get that? Where did you get that from? It's a secret. He cheated. I would never cheat on anything, as I literally log into Elden Ring every day and kill all the monsters in front of Mog's Palace to get to be level 250. My brother is younger than me. He's 3.5 years younger. What am I playing first in Diablo 4? I'm going to play Necro. What class seems to be the GOAT for this season? I know it's theoretical. Oh, Necro for sure. Necro for sure. What's better for leveling, Pulverize or Lightning Storm? Well, they're supposed to give you the pulverized powers in the season journey. So Pulverize. Is Necro also fast for leveling? Oh yeah, it'll be fast. I don't think Necro is going to win to 100, but it's going to be fast. It'll be fine. Epic Music World and 12 Titans have awesome songs. Okay. Yeah, it should be there. If it isn't, then that's a huge debate by Blizzard, right? All right, well, if I'm being completely honest, I'm tempted just to fire up Diablo and do an entire leveling playthrough, but I probably shouldn't do that because tomorrow I'm going to play for 1 trillion health compromising hours, and tonight is the last night that I can hang out with my friend's fiance from England. So I should spend time with her. Never get to see her. So we'll probably hang out and have fun, do whatever. So tomorrow's going to be the big day. I will be on probably at least 2 hours before it starts. Yeah, if we get any more free sushi, we'll give it to her and Kirk. But I'm going to spend a little bit more time with them, and then I'll be ready to blast for tomorrow. Yeah, I can't practice anyway because Helltide isn't active, so tomorrow's going to be a mega blast. It's going to be fun. Why don't we throw a raid to... Woody, I guess? I want to get a raid into Dioxide sometime. But... because Dioxide just had a surgery, right? So I'd like to try to support him. We just raided Rob. Let's raid Woody. I raided Rob on his birthday. Michaela, thank you so much for the 47 months. Wow, I hope you've been well. It's almost 4 years. It's incredible. Thank you. Amory, thanks for the sub. Okay, guys, tomorrow is the day. I'm just gonna try to stay alive, man. I died on every practice run. The Helltide meanie heads just kept killing me. Yeah, today was a little bit of a shorter stream, new D4 fan, but keep in mind tomorrow we're gonna blast. The reason why I've been streaming a little bit less is to prepare for tomorrow, where we just ultimate blast, right? So I'll be well rested and at full power. These pathetic 2.5 hour, 3 hour streams, they're not going to be normal. Don't worry. Have a fantastic night, guys, and I will see you tomorrow, okay? Thanks for being here.